Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Today I've got a to be read. This isn't to be read in 1 month, this is probably to be read in 2, possibly 3. And I still have some from my last to be read because one of them is about rape and I just haven't quite found the courage to read that book yet. I got a bit of an Amazon haul and then I've been given a few and so on and so forth. I have this book, Britt Marie Was Here by Fredrik Backman. Let me read you the blurb. It says, at first sight, Britt Marie is a fussy, passive-aggressive busybody, but hidden inside her is a woman who has bigger dreams and a warmer heart than anyone around her imagines. When she finds herself alone for the first time in decades, she realises she spent most of her life making choices for the sake of other people. Is it too late for her to change? And in a small town of big-hearted misfits, can Britt Marie really find a place where she truly belongs? It sounded interesting, I have to admit. Also have to admit that I often buy the Amazon 3 paperbacks for £10 and I often search it based on price, and so this was one of the most expensive books because I like to feel like I'm getting a bargain, so I like them to come to at least £15 at the end so I know I've got £5 off. The further 2 books that I got in the 2 for £10 are this one, Cecilia Ahern, The Year I Met You, and it's about a girl whose sister has suddenly left and how she ends up in kind of a world of her house and her garden and becomes a bit kind of consumed by that kind of stuff, and it's about relearning who she is, I think. So that should be a good read. I really enjoy Cecilia Ahern. I like the different topics she covers and I just like reading her books, so that should be good. The third book I got for £10 from Amazon is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and it's got a good quote from John Green which says, thrilling, beautiful and blisteringly smart, We Were Liars is utterly unforgettable. So that's kind of high praise indeed. And on the back it simply says, we are liars, we are beautiful and privileged, we are cracked and broken, a tale of love and romance, a tale of tragedy. Which are lies, which is truth, you decide. Next up in my to be read is a book called Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. Now my mum's been reading this and she said, I'm going to leave this here for you to read because you're going to really enjoy it. So hopefully I'm going to really enjoy it, but I definitely believe that I shall do. It also sounds like a bit of a step away from my usual kind of book, so that sounds good. This next one is a book my mum bought for my daughter called The Girl Guide by Marawa Ibrahim, and this is basically a guide on growing up, and having kind of flicked through it, it looks fantastic. Let me just quickly flick. It shows you different things about bodies, hair, periods, all kinds of stuff that's really useful, but it's also set, it's not kind of patronising, it's kind of set at a really good tone, really friendly, really relatable, and I wish something like this had existed when I was younger. My daughter's quite a long way off needing this book, thankfully, but I'm going to read it and check it out before she does need it. Next up, Jodi Picoult, Small Great Things. On the back it says, when a newborn baby dies after a routine hospital procedure, there's no doubt about who will be held responsible. The nurse who had been banned from looking after him by his father. What the nurse, her lawyer and the father of the child cannot know is how this death will irrevocably change all of their lives in both expected ways and not. Small Great Things is about prejudice and power. It's about what divides and unites us. It sounds quite fitting for currently. There's a lot dividing us and hopefully there's some uniting us. The final book I got from Tesco the other day, 2 for £7, along with that Jodi Picoult one. Dave Eggers, and it's called The Circle. The Circle runs everything, all your internet activity, in one safe, easy and visible place. No wonder it's now the world's most powerful and influential company. So when May Holland lands a job at its glittering California campus, she knows she's made it. But the more her ideals and ambitions become aligned with those of the Circle, the closer she comes to discovering a sinister truth at the heart of an organisation seeking to remake the world in its image. That sounds pretty amazing and pretty current, and I'm really interested in that kind of global power, globalization, brave new world, government power, all that kind of stuff, which it sounds very much like The Circle is going to be. I hadn't realised it was so old. It is from 2014, but I think it's going to be a good one. I'm very excited to read it. That's all I have for you, I think. Let's see how many of those I managed to read in June. Don't know how it's June already, but we'll see how many I get done. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you would like to, then please subscribe, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye.